Order Mad as Hell on iTunes, available now. Crystal Moore was the police chief of Latta, South Carolina. In fact, she worked as a police officer for over 20 years. But the new mayor, who just got elected this year, came in and decided to fire her. Now, he cited a number of ridiculous reasons, like questioning authority for why he decided to fire her. But many people think that the reason why she got fired is because she's a lesbian. Now, the amazing part about this story is the entire town got together and they rallied behind her. There are about 1,400 people that live there, and they decided that they would vote in order to reinstate her position. She would be able to be police chief again. But instead of allowing that to happen, the mayor, his name is Earl Bullard, did something absolutely ridiculous. Now, when the town voted, one thing that they wanted to do was take a little bit of the power away from the mayor and put it toward the council, so the council can make decisions when it comes to the police chief. But Bullard, before that came into effect, decided to take it upon himself to do this. He hired someone named Freddie Davis on Monday in what appears to be a final show of power by the mayor before he loses it at the end of the week to the council. So he's basically saying, like, no, I know I'm about to lose my power, but here's the new police chief. Sorry, we can't give her, the old police chief, her job back.
Yeah, the council voted to take away a system called Mayor Strong and go to a system called Council Strong. I would have gone to a system called Too Strong. Okay, now we rule it TYT style. So, and they might be going to that next because now the council's pissed because he's obviously trying to subvert their authority and authority that they got through the people in that town. So they're saying, hey, you know what? Okay, you want to hire that guy? We don't know that guy. Okay, since we have the power to hire and fire now, we'll fire him. And we'll put the lesbian sheriff back. And I feel bad that that's how she's known now. Yeah. But actually, I'm calling her that as everyone is, because I actually want to give people of South Carolina credit.
Absolutely.
Right? She's been serving there 20 years. This guy, the new asshole mayor, comes in one day, as Anna explained, 7 reprimands for questioning authority and failing to maintain order. For what? Right? And they don't even explain it to her. They're like, here's all your reprimands, right?
Right.
It's because he doesn't like that she's a lesbian, and he tells her, cut it out, stop being a lesbian. She's like, what? She's like, oh, here's the reprimands.
Now, we're not speculating that he doesn't like lesbians. We actually have him on tape talking about same-sex couples. Take a look.
I'd much rather have, and I'll say this to anybody's face, I would much rather have somebody who drank and drank too much, taking care of my child, than I had somebody whose lifestyle is questionable around children. Because that ain't the damn way that it's supposed to be.
Man, you'd rather have a raging alcoholic. Do you have kids, man? I mean, you're going to put your kids' lives in the hands of a guy who's an alcoholic and this. Are you insane?
It shows.
Instead of, someone who cares and they're in the wrong category. They're gay. Oh my God. What if they gave them the gay gene by touching them? Oh God, what unbelievable ignorance.
Yeah, and it goes beyond ignorance. It's just plain hatred, right? They refuse to accept any type of logic or reason or evidence when it comes to this case. I would rather have someone who's dangerous take care of children than a same-sex couple that would, do absolutely nothing wrong. I mean, these types of people drive me absolutely crazy. And what I love is the council is fighting back because, he can't do what he just did. They looked at the law and they realized, look, even though our new policies haven't come into effect yet, he can't unilaterally bring in a new police chief. You need to have a vote on it. So since he broke the law, it's very likely that the other police chief is going to get her job back, Crystal Moore. So
right. So there's 2 different ways they can handle it. They'll probably go the route that Anna just said, because even under the old law, he can't unilaterally hire a police chief as he did. So it looks like he's going to lose in the long run. Right now, it hadn't happened yet, as Bush would say. But look, I think the heart of this story is actually about this great South Carolina town. She served there for 20 years, and they're like, look, this guy who we actually apparently mistakenly elected as mayor, right, has decided that he's going to go in this hateful way, but we don't agree with him.
Yeah.
And we're going to, try to overturn him in every way, and we're going to support our fellow citizen who's been part of this community and served us for 20 years.
It's amazing. And I mean, it's hard to imagine any type of community that rallies behind their police chief as the way that they did. I mean, she obviously left quite an impression on the community, right? Mm-hmm. For them to all come together and vote in favor of bringing her back. I love that. It is a great story.
And it's, by the way, it's a town of 1,400 people, so it's a little bit more of a small-knit community. Mm-hmm. So they all know one another. They've known her for a long time, right? And so it turns out when you know people who are gay, they actually don't have the cooties. And you know that because you've been living with them, and she's been protecting you and your family for 20 years. And so you go, oh, right, okay, this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And again, all the credit to the town for going out of their way and fighting hard to make sure she gets her job back.